What's going on, guys? My name is Tefty Teft, and welcome to another Planet Destiny video. Today I want to talk about the new perks that we've seen so far, and also show off some of the new items as well, and go over some of the Prison of Elders weapons. Some very exciting stuff going on. As far as new perks, for the most part, it seems like the armor from the tower doesn't have too many new ones, at least from what we've seen. The weapons, on the other hand, have got some very cool new additions coming to them, and since we'll be able to reforge the House of Wolves weapons, I am really eager to use my Motes of Light and try out some of these new possible roles. First off, I want to clarify a frequently asked question that we've been seeing a lot, and that's in regards to the lack of defense and attack nodes on House of Wolves items. Now, we talked about this in the podcast too, but for everyone who has not seen that, there won't be any upgrade nodes for defense and attack values. Bungie wanted to try and eliminate the extra grind and just keep it simple with the ascend process. New House of Wolves gear will not have these extra nodes, but you'll notice that the pre-House of Wolves gear does. Regardless of the item you have though, whether it's from Vanilla Destiny or Dark Below, you'll be able to ascend the item to max level. However, you'll need to level up that item first in order to do so. So for example, if you have a fresh Fatebringer that just dropped from Vault of Glass, you will need to level it up to 300 attack before you can ascend it to 365. Or for example, if you have an Against All Odds that's only 272 attack, you need to level it to 331 before you can ascend it to 365. So keep that in mind, guys. Good news is upgrading weapons and armor in House of Wolves is simpler, in that you don't have to worry about the attack and defense nodes. Weapons you buy from the vendor will have 331 attack, and you simply ascend it with Etheric Light to get to 365. The legendary armor that you buy in the tower has 36 light to start with, and you ascend it to 42 light with Etheric Light. So it's definitely easier. As for Prison of Elders gear, you can actually buy it straight from the vendor with it already maxed out. 365 attack and 42 light is standard. There's no way to ascend it beyond that at this point. It will definitely be interesting to see whether or not the perk nodes require more XP to unlock though. Since all those extra ones are gone now, it seems like you'll be able to unlock all the perks lightning fast unless they increase the amount of XP you need for each perk. Alright, let's go over the perks and what weapons they were featured on so far. Keep in mind though, these new perks aren't necessarily limited to a particular weapon type. We currently don't know the possible weapon roles because Bungie has not added them to the companion app database as of yet, but we'll definitely update you all when that info becomes available immediately. The first new perk allows your weapon to gain better target acquisition, and we saw this on a sniper rifle. So interesting that they're adding perks now that seemed like they would affect the auto-aim assist inherent to the weapon. I can't say I would be a fan of this just because sometimes when a gun is too sticky on a target, it can be a little annoying, but it'll be interesting to test out. The next perk was basically the Word of Crota perk, but on a vendor weapon. Rapidly landing 3 precision hits will return 1 round to the magazine. You know, on Word of Crota, it's nice. It's nothing to get excited about though, in my opinion. Now this next perk could be really powerful. Unassisted kills will reduce grenade and melee cooldown, and that was on a hand cannon. So this could actually be really useful for both PvE and PvP. I mean, in PvE, you're going to be down in a lot of enemies, so depending on how fast or how much cooldown reduction you get, this could be really powerful for PvE to have basically constant grenades. For PvP, running with a shotgun could definitely make your melee cooldown and your grenades up consistently, really fast. But again, it really depends on how much of a cooldown reduction we're talking about when we are able to finally test out this perk. Another perk that we saw in a hand cannon is readying this weapon grants a brief period of bonus accuracy. Again, this sounds very interesting and I'll be really excited to test this out. I don't know if it's going to be that useful in the long run though. So essentially, switching from your sniper or shotgun or fusion rifle to your hand cannon will grant you an accuracy bonus for maybe 3 seconds. I don't know. We're going to have to test it out to see what kind of accuracy bonus we get. But nonetheless, it could be really cool. You know, you shotgun somebody and then immediately switch to a hand cannon and you can hip fire with extreme accuracy. That'd be pretty cool. I'd be into that. The next 3 perks were shown on shotguns, but again, they're not necessarily limited to just shotguns. The first one says that kills grant a brief boost to the sprint's top speed. This is definitely interesting, especially coupled with a shotgun. Again, you get a kill, and then you're immediately boosted for your speed to be able to run to the next opponent. Now, it's going to require testing to see how effective this really is. You know, is it like a 2-second boost? Is it a 5-second boost? And how much of a actual speed boost are we talking about? Are we talking Might of Multi-Tool boost or, you know, less? And if you do have Might of Multi-Tool stacked with it, do you get an even higher boost speed after switching from a shotgun to Mida. You know, there's a lot of interesting things that could be happening with that. Next, we have melee kills while this weapon is equipped have a chance to refill the magazine. Unfortunately, we don't know the percentage chance of the refill, and I'd hope it's at least 15% or more. Otherwise, it's going to become another mulligan perk where you're like, the low chance of refilling a magazine. No, that's not really a great perk. Again, though, if it's a 15% or higher chance, then in PvP, that will be interesting. This final perk could be extremely deadly. The text says that this weapon's magazine will be refilled whenever a super is cast. So, if you rock Bad Juju, and you get your super up really quick, you could potentially have your shotgun ammo refilled whenever you choose at any given time after using your super. So, that's pretty cool. That's going to be interesting. I'm also pretty sure that that perk will never land on a heavy weapon, because if it did, that would be OP. So what do you guys all think of these new perks? I mean, this is some amazing stuff. Personally, I'm definitely excited about the hand cannon gaining bonus accuracy when switching weapons. I'm hoping that's a good perk. I hope it's not a throwaway. And the refilling your ammo when your super is cast, that it's going to be pretty crazy on a shotgun or sniper rifle. So, assuming it can be on a sniper rifle. Also, there is new perks for Fallen-themed Prison of Elders weapons, but we've only seen 2 of them as of recording this video. I'm sure we're going to see more perks on the gear as Prison of Elders is revealed on May 6th. The first perk is on the legendary gauntlets that were on sale, and it gives you a chance to generate orbs when killing Fallen with melee attacks. Hopefully the chance is high enough to make it worth it, but I'm going to assume that it's pretty much like Crota's End gear, where meleeing a hive generates an orb. Which would also make me think that they're going to have the other options as well. A critical on a Fallen gets you an orb, killing with a grenade gets you an orb, that type of thing. Finally, we saw a universal bonus on the auto rifle, and it said that you would have a moderate damage bonus against Fallen Shanks. I'd be willing to bet there's going to be a lot of Shanks in the Prison of Elders and story content. So I would think that the extra damage would be appreciated. However, I feel like Shanks fall just so fast already. So I don't know. It's at first when I saw it, it seems kind of silly. But then again, if there is a crap ton of Shanks and maybe a lot of major Shanks, then this could actually be really useful. Now, what's really interesting, which was talked about in our gun skins video, is the Fallen themed weapons that we're getting. At first, I thought the weapons would behave in a similar way to what we're already used to, with just a sort of Fallen skin placed on it. But it seems like the Prison of Elders weapons will actually function in a similar way to the Fallen arsenal. As you can see on screen, this is a shock pistol of some sort. Notice it's actually considered a special weapon and not a hand cannon. You can see from the picture that the weapon on his back is a scout rifle, which confirms that this is definitely a special weapon. I personally can't wait to see the Prison Elders gear. So far, we only have a few teaser images, but each of the weapons looks identical to the Fallen model, which is really cool. We finally get to pick up those Fallen weapons. While we're on the topic of Prison Elders, check out this weapon. It doesn't appear to be a normal hand cannon, and actually looks very similar to the weapon that the Queen's Guard hold. So I'm not 100% sure if this weapon will drop in the Prison Elders, or be a story mission reward from Petra, but I'm speculating that it might be a weapon similar like the Murmur fusion rifle from Eris Morn. Alright guys, this is exciting House of Wolves news, right? If you haven't checked out the gun skins video, you should definitely check that out. And also our latest podcast, we talked a lot about this content, so you should definitely give that a listen to if you haven't heard it yet. Also, the Planet Destiny Twitter account posted a photo of Patrick for anyone who's been asking for a face reveal. So go check out that sexy Patrick Casey. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is TeftyTef, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.